the murphy's with the...
All right, let's throw it.
Okay, ah!
Does that bother you when I do that?
Nope.
When do we...
Back.
Well, what the heck Christmas, what they should be?
You know, you could get locked up for moping with intent to gawk.
Someone's in my house!
Where's your mom?
She's outside of the car.
Ah, and where's your dad?
She's at home.
She's at home?
No, he's at home.
Oh, he's at home. Where's your brother?
Oh, he's at home.
Oh, he's at home too. So everybody's at home?
Yeah.
And where do you
for
live?
my mom.
Oh, your mom's not at home.
Yeah, she's in the car.
Oh, she's out in the car?
Yeah.
And what's your address?
Oh, my mom won't allow me to say that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because I'm a...
Yeah, you're a stranger.
Uh-huh.
Cut.
Not out the window.
Marv, I'll
Look out
tell
the window.
everybody at the bar. Come on. Are you afraid to go out the window, Harry? I'm Harry.
Excuse me. What's the stuff that you put in the washing machine that makes your clothes feel as fluffy soft as a kitten? Smells... Excuse me. What's the stuff that you put in the washing machine that makes your clothes feel as fluffy soft as a kitten?
Are you here all by yourself?
Ma'am, you think my parents would leave me home alone?
This Christmas, the entire McCallister family
Did you count heads?
is going to spend the holidays in Paris.
We missed the flight. No, you just made it.
Terrible feeling that we didn't do something.
What else can we be forgetting?
Kevin! Welcome to Home Alone. Home Alone's about... Okay, Home Alone's about my family leaving me home alone around Christmas. And some burglars come, and all these crazy things happen. I'll bring you behind the scenes.
You know you're the mastermind. Run, run, Rudolph. Randolph ain't too far behind.
John Hughes wrote this movie. We did Uncle Buck together.
Action!
Chris Columbus is directing this.
John sent me the script, and I thought it was like the best script I had read in a couple years. I just thought it was terrific.
What should I do here?
Do a dollar shot.
You think so?
Yeah. Catherine O'Hara plays my mom. John Hurt plays my dad.
How could we do this? We forgot him.
We didn't forget him, we just miscounted.
Imagine how horrible it would be to leave your youngest child at home.
If I have to sell my soul to the devil himself, I am going to get home to my son.
Oh, just imagine.
I've been from Chicago to Paris to Dallas to... Where the hell am I?
Hello?
Couldn't help but hearing you got a little bit of a dilemma there.
John Candy plays Gus.
Gus Walensky, polka king of the Midwest.
I'm sorry, did you say you could help me?
Joe Pesci and Dan Stern are the burglars and trying to break in my house.
Come on, kid, open up. It's Santa Claus. And it's Elf.
I'm ready for him.
Hello.
These people leave their beautiful homes and presents on Christmas rather than stay there and enjoy their homes and their families.
They're a bunch of rich fat cats, and we're gonna rip them off.
This is my house. I have to defend it.
He sets traps for them all over the place.
Bloody pain. Oh. It seems simple enough trying to get in here in the beginning. We say, let's try the door.
And they get beat up. Bad.
thirsty for more.
He's a very clever young man. But I think we can outsmart him. I think in the end we're gonna get him. I think.
Cut. It's a cut.
What?
So much happens in this movie that's very difficult to describe in one sentence. It's a great combination of adventure and comedy, real Christmas heart.
I got a feeling this is going to be your best Christmas ever.
Yes! Go see it.
How do you want to go in?
We'll go to the back door. Maybe he'll let us in. You never know.
Yeah, he's a kid. Kids are stupid.
I'm gonna kill that kid!
When the burglars come in to the movie, it's a different movie. It's a whole nother thing. Yeah, it's slapstick at its finest.
Freddie Hughes put together the stunts. He had Troy and Leon who were fearless. I've never seen guys jump up in the air and fall on their backs the way these guys did. I felt so bad for them a lot of times when we had to do an extra take, but they loved it. They were going for it, and it shows. You know, they were just fearless is the only way to describe them.
You know, we get the road map, the script, and we'd go over it with Chris. But the paint can gag, nobody even knew how this would work. I mean, it was just, didn't know if it would knock these guys out. Back then, that was, you went in there and landed on your head and said, how do you like that?
But those falls were very difficult, and falling on the tacks and the paint can swinging and everything. And if it doesn't work, if you see it in dailies and you see that the paint can is too far away from somebody's head, you know, you got to do it again. And they got nicked, you know, a lot of times.
It wasn't a big budget movie, so there wasn't a lot of special effects rigs and wires and stuff, so it was all basic, you know, hitting the ground hard to make it funny, and so we did everything for real. We didn't ever, you know, use rubber steps or put rubber down on the sidewalks. We just actually did it.
Everything had to be so far over the top. The Home Alone fall, where the guys all fall. Well, Troy Brown created that. We had no idea that was going to happen till the moment we rolled the camera. We supposed to walk up the stairs and supposed to just fall down the stairs. I didn't tell Troy to do it. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. It's January in Chicago. We're outdoors. Grabs the doorknob and does this almost a backflip off the set of stairs, flat on his back. And I thought he broke his neck. I run in there, you know, and Chris goes crazy, everybody goes crazy, and that created the Home Alone fall.
They rely on you to do the stunt, and then you just kind of walk them through where you think you're going to land, where you're going to leave your feet, where you think you're going to end up. But you basically, between you and the stunt coordinator, you work it out together what you're going to do. And then they'll set their cameras according to where you think you're going to land and where you think you're going to slip on the ice and things like that.
These guys were doing these big pratfalls, and because, quite frankly, I was afraid that I wasn't going to get it with these 3 cameras. So out of fear, out of cautious thinking, we had this small camera. We ended up calling it the bonus cam. And it was the throwaway camera that, you know, once we set up the 3 cameras, you know, bonus cam came in and plopped down somewhere. Well, after a couple of days of doing stunts, the most interesting shot was bonus cam. So then we started to really think about where we're putting bonus cam, because it was working and it was great, and the stunt guys loved it because at times they didn't have to do it again.
Yes, 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 yes.
Chris Columbus likes to shoot a lot of takes. And I think our stunts, he was pretty good. We got it down to about 6, 7 times. You know, sometimes I just go, hey, that's enough. I mean, I can't, the guy's eyes are crossed. I mean, he can't even get up. You want to do it again? You put the clothes on. But he was pretty cool about it. No, he was really very, very good. He loved Troy. He was really good with Leon.
I don't care how much padding you wear. When you take a slip and your foot goes out from under you and the first bounce is your back on steps that are, there was sort of fake ice on them, but those were real steps that he went down. I mean, first of all, you don't know that is this going to be funny, or are you going to be hearing somebody scream the whole time?
When you're shooting stunts, you're obviously working with a stuntman and doubles. So for a producer, in some ways, there's less pressure because you haven't got your stars on set. And everybody relaxes a little, but obviously there's the safety issues. And so for a producer, it's a sort of half a dozen of one and of six of the other. Because you do worry about safety.
One of my favorite stunts in the movie is when the two burglars come into right below the main staircase in Macaulay's house, and Macaulay throws micro machines out on the floor. They come flying in, and they both do this upside down fall. I mean, it's just no pads, no wires, no matrix, crap. It was just real. Two guys flinging themselves in the air to their backs. They don't make stunts like that anymore.
This is it. Don't get scared now.
The best stunt, though, when we got Macaulay Culkin's double, Larry, on the bobsled when he slides out through the deal. Well, Larry didn't trust Troy and I. We rigged this thing. We built a ski ramp inside a practical house, put the toboggan on it, and shot it out the front door. When we did the first test with nobody on it, it shot like 30 feet out the door. It would have killed the guy. So we put all these pads out there, and we build this cable system with a brake on it. Well, when we're doing it, it's going way too slow. And Chris says, it's kind of slow. And I go, don't worry, we'll take care of it. And Larry's panicked. And right when we yelled action, I just flipped the brake off. I just took it off. And that's what you see in the movie. It just shoots him out the door.
Everything in the movie was used, basically. Every stunt that we did on the show was used in the movie.
When we created the Home Alone look, it was Leon Delaney and Troy Brown. And poor Leon, he had to match whatever Troy did. So it created such a buzz after the first movie that Troy and I, it opened up doors for the next 15 years. You know, I mean, I am where I am now because of that. Everybody wanted a piece of that Home Alone look.
You guys give up, or you're thirsty for more? Welcome to Home Alone. I'll bring you behind the scenes.
I remember they did give me the camera when we were shooting at O'Hare, which is the whole sequence, the whole family's there. We're all running through the airport.
Action!
Excuse me, sir! Sorry!
That's good.
Cut!
And they, you know, I forget why I was there, because I was actually not even in that scene.
Kevin, you're here!
But they had me there. I guess they were shooting some other things that day. But yeah, they just run around and just basically be a 9-year-old given a camcorder, which was a big deal 17 years ago. You know, having a camcorder was a big deal.
The Macaulay Culkin show, going all around the world just for you. The behavior of Home Alone behind the scenes.
Hey, wait a minute. Wait. Isn't that Kevin?
It's on now.
Is that Kevin McCallister?
We love you, Kevin.
Oh, God, can we have your autograph? Please, we love you so much.
Yo, the new kids.
Is my hair okay?
Oh, you look gorgeous.
Thank you.
No, hold on. Oh, good.
Oh, fab. Oh, fab.
Fabulous.
Stop being dopey. And won't be dopey during filming. Cut on set and action.
He's at home. We left on an overseas flight and somehow we...
This is behind the scenes of Home Alone. This is our set.
Then we're coming home together.
I don't know if I can stay down here.
Go back up.
Great action, guys. Great action.
How you doing, pal?
Good. Chris, do you need any help?
Finish your set. I need you to direct this scene. You okay? I'm all confused.
Okay. Sometimes Chris needs some help setting up shots. Yeah, and he does.
Dennis.
Cut.
Let's see this.
It's directed by.
There you are.
I already got some interviews. Captain O'Hare, what's it like working as a mother of the actor Macaulay Culkin?
Oh, I couldn't ask for a better job. I'm the luckiest girl in the world to work with Mac. Mac's a really special guy, and
I'm gonna make him a close-up now.
Okay, and I really like him in more ways than one. He's cute, he's nice,
Next
and
question.
he's got cute cheeks.
Do you think Home Alone will be a hit movie?
Sure,
How come?
because it's coming out at Christmas. It's got a lot of funny parts in it. And Mac is in it. Yeah, that's it.
Our next interview, Hillary.
Yes.
How was it like being an actor?
Well, it's interesting because you get to meet a lot of new, interesting people, and it's very fun.
Angela, is it true that you worked with the famous Macaulay Culkin?
Hey, they're ready for
Yes, it is, and I have to go to a movie
Unfortunately,
now.
we have been paged and we must leave.
Thank you very much, Mr. Culkin.
Later.
Later.
Daily?
We have done today. La police of Chicago.
Don't be afraid to move those feet.
I shot a little bit of the airport. It just looks neat. I'm like running through everything. Well, one shot I went through everything like how it is being my size, running between people. And I'm like,
Hey, Mac, you want to film some of the on-set action?
Hey, why don't I interview you? You guys do an interview together. I'll film you guys. That's what Catherine wants to do in her time off.
okay, press the red button.
And it's recording. How do you guys like working in Chicago?
It's great, yeah. Is that where we are?
We thought you were in Paris.
Well, I was method actor, yes, I'm in Paris.
Hi, Mark. Just filming my other documentary here.
This whole area has to open up.
Always get credit for the shots.
You got it. Jan, that's another setup.
Lunch, 1 hour.
It's odd, looking back on it. It's a different life. It's a different lifetime ago.
Home Alone is simply my most favorite movie that I've photographed. It's very entertaining and it's very heartfelt. Of the 27 films that I've shot, it's by far my most favorite film.
Where I went to see what was described as a little Christmas film, and I had no idea what to expect, and I was enchanted.
Every kid thinks, if I could just get rid of my parents, it'd be great. And every parent, once in a while, tell the truth parents, thinks, if I could just get rid of my kid. Then the flip side of those two things obviously occurs, where the kid goes, geez, I didn't mean alone, I just meant not now. And the parents go, you know, we really miss the kid. Kevin! The genius of the script that John wrote is that he plays desire and fear beautifully.
This house is so full of people. It makes me sick. When I grow up and get married, I'm living alone. Did you hear me? I'm living alone.
My problem in the film business is that I started with John Hughes, and so he would give me a script, I'd read, I'd go, oh, that's pretty good. You know, first draft, that's pretty good. It took about 10 years after working with John to realize just how good they were.
Sometimes you read a script and it says, you know, and the bad guys get the crap beat out of them. One of the brilliant things of John's writing was that he laid out the physical comedy in exquisite detail.
It's so well written and it's so well executed, and it's so much fun, and it's so much fun for everyone.
And so when I first read the script, I was laughing out loud. It was like a Stooges thing, but shot by shot. So he was incredibly detailed in his vision, and then Chris brought it to life shot for shot.
The gags in the film were written in the script, and fairly specifically. At the same time, there were elements that didn't exist in the original script. The character of Marley, I don't think existed in the original screenplay. The movie originally ended with Kevin just saying, just hung around, freeze frame, and we sort of worked together to bring that emotional side to it, as well as the intense sort of comedic side of it. We were telling this story through a child's point of view. For me, I wanted to create a sense of warmth with the picture, making absolutely certain that Home Alone felt timeless. The wardrobe, the look of the picture, it had to have some elegance and give it some style. And Julio Macat came through brilliantly.
It was a really exciting time for me because I was just starting out. I had done a very small feature before. I think that was the reason Chris interviewed me for the job. He saw a lot of stunts on my reel, which I think he liked.
I had been working as a stuntman, but this was my first big break to double a lead and on a film and be on the film for, 3 months. It was a big break for me because then after Home Alone, I got called a lot to do a lot of physical stunts as car hits and falls and everything because of the nature of the first Home Alone. So it got me a lot of work after that.
The set atmosphere on Home Alone was like none other ever. I mean, it was like going to a frat party every day. Everybody was so young. There's always music playing, and Chris was hilarious, and Mark Radcliffe was the AD, and he's now Chris's executive producer on all these huge pictures now, and we just had a blast.
It was actually the first time I cast out of Chicago, so I got to go to Chicago, and it was sort of off in Chicago on my own, and it was probably a bit of a confidence builder. The Kevin character, I thought it really had to be cast well. It had to be somebody that you believe could take care of himself. You were afraid for him.
This is the furnace. It's the scariest thing in the basement. You should see what it does to me.
With the wrong kid, it could have been an obnoxious child. So you needed somebody that was just totally endearing.
Kevin, I'm on the phone. No, we're not bringing the dog. Put it in the kennel for the... Hey, get off. Kevin, out of the room.
Hang up the phone and make me, why don't you?
Well, Macaulay's involvement came from John Hughes. He had been in Uncle Buck. And John said to us, look, you may not want to cast Mac, but take a look at him, meet him, and let's, see what you think.
I wanted to find this perfect kid to be in Home Alone, and I didn't want to resort to using Macaulay, who was in Uncle Buck. I thought, I want to find someone on my own.
John Hughes suggested me for the part, and Chris wanted, he met with me early on, but he also wanted to meet with other people. He just didn't want to just take the first thing that was in front of him.
Guys, I'm eating junk and watching rubbish. You better come out and stop me.
After meeting 400 other kids, I realized that there was no one as special or as unique or as talented as Macaulay. The camera loved him. He just was infinitely relatable to people all over the world. Little did I realize until I started shooting the film that not only did he have it for that film, but he truly was a certified movie star.
Macaulay's become a great actor, I think. His recent work is really tremendous. As a 9-year-old boy, how good an actor can you be? So he had a beautiful face, he had a great sense of comedy, and he had a great teacher in Chris also.
Action!
The dork was whining about a suitcase. What am I supposed to do? Shake his hand and say, congratulations, you're a dork? I'm not an idiot. Oh, really?
Cut? Okay.
I'm not an idiot.
Now guys, here's what you can do. Megan, Hillary, you guys can move a little faster here, okay? So you can say you're completely helpless. Everybody has to do everything for you as you're almost here, okay? So let's try it one more time, guys. And action.
I've never done this once in my whole life. That's what Megan said.
What did I say?
You told Kev you're tough.
The dork was whining about a suitcase. What am I supposed to do? Shake his hand and say, congratulations, you're an idiot?
I'm not an idiot.
Oh, really? You're so helpless. Everyone has to do everything for you.
Chris was very, very good with me. He knew how to get me to do the things that he wanted me to do, to tell the story that he wanted to tell. And that's what it was all about, is just making sure that Chris was happy. You always want to make a director happy, and, especially when you're a kid, even more so. I'm not sure if there's anyone else in the business who can really get performances out of children the way he can.
He always knew his lines. He was always a professional, always prepared. At the same time, he was a 9-year-old kid. So at any given moment, he would have to become a kid because you don't have that sense of responsibility that you have as an adult. But as a kid, you get tired sometimes. You tend to get distracted. You tend to laugh. You tend to have fun. And that was all part of what made his performance so special.
What happened to my room?
Heather, Tracy, and Sandra took it.
This house is so full of people. It makes me sick. When I grow up and get married, I'm living alone.
Yeah, we're almost there.
Everybody was just completely...
Macaulay was fun to work with. I mean, he always joked around. He used to play around with the crew all the time. I think he even liked to do their jobs if he could.
Me and Chris decided that we would use a dollar shot.
Yeah, what should I do here?
Do a dollar shot.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you think really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what about after this?
I'm not sure.
What about a close-up?
Good idea.
Okay. Should I do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone got the really genius idea of putting a camera in a 9-year-old's hands. But it's interesting to see my point of view that I don't even remember. I don't remember any of this stuff. You know, they just kind of put a camera in my hands and I just shot away.
Hey, can I get you on the other side? There's more light. I can't really see you.
How do you know all this stuff?
Okay, right here, right here. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Mac. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Take my glasses off for this.
I don't want to give you any ideas, but are we going tighter?
Are we going tighter? Yes.
Is it true that you are in the hit movie Home Alone?
Yes, it is true, Macaulay. And there's one thing that I have to say. They told me that in about 15 years that they will still be showing this movie because the style of it is going to still be in fashion.
Isn't it true that you're the brother of the famous Macaulay Culkin? Yes, it is true. Do you think Home Alone will be a hit movie?
Yes, absolutely. Because you're in it.
Thank you. Moving on.
We just had a great cast, you know, everywhere. Anyone from Macaulay Culkin and Joe Pesci and Dan. They were just a great bunch of people to work with.
We were really lucky. Joe Pesci read it and saw that he could do something with it, and he came on board, and when he came on board, everyone else kind of followed.
Joe Pesci was someone I was a gigantic fan of from Raging Bull and Goodfellas, and I thought, God, it would be great if Joe Pesci would agree to do something like this. He warmed to the script, we got along when we first met, and he decided to do the film, which was shocking to me. I didn't expect him to do it.
He thought that a lot of what we were asking him to do was a stretch for him, which it was. He handled it so well because a lot of it was, you know, kind of in a different playing field than what he was used to. I think his hardest thing was not to cuss on camera.
I'm working with Pesci. He's such a little whiny, annoying guy who I absolutely love. He pushes you, and he wants it to be perfect, and we love being silly together.
Marv! Harry? Why the hell did you take your shoes off? Why the hell you dressed like a chicken?
I had been a huge fan of Daniel Stern ever since I saw Breaking Away, and he was just, I thought, a phenomenal actor. He was always my first choice, although he wasn't originally cast in the film because we couldn't afford him.
They hired another guy. And then I think the other guy, whose name I can't remember, and Pesci rehearsed for like a few days, and then they called me and said, okay.
Ironically, because of a failed screen test, Dan ended up getting the role.
Thank God that other guy didn't do that movie. It would have been so stupid to have passed. When we first started shooting Home Alone, Chris wanted to have a real sense of danger until the explosion at the end when all the gags are set up and then Macaulay pounds us, and then it got more cartoony. So it was kind of being silly and stupid, but trying to keep some malevolence to it and unleash the slapstick at the end.
Hiya, pal. We outsmarted you this time. Get over here.
And they had me hung on the hook, which was a whole kind of little system thing that they'd have put me up there and stuff. And so we're rehearsing, and you know, Joe goes,
First thing I want to do is bite off every one of his fingers, one at a time.
I don't think he did it on purpose. It just, he bit me. And I think he just meant to put his teeth on my finger, but he bit down a little harder than he thought. And I have a little Joe Pesci tooth mark scar right here on my finger. And it's still there. But you know, I'm actually really proud of it. It's my little Home Alone battle wound.
Although we tried to rough up Macaulay as much as we could because that was our best shot at him, you know. Stationary target, finally, that kid. I'm gonna kill that kid!
What are you gonna do to him, Harry? I'm gonna burn his head with a blowtorch. You can smash his face with an iron.
The iron, the way we shot that actually was interesting because the way they did that, obviously they shoot up and they have an iron dropping towards the camera. But when they want to film down looking at me, they built a rig where they put the camera on a rope and dropped the camera at me, and the rope was supposed to poing, you know, stop like right there. So, and I'm supposed to be looking at this 300-pound camera dropping at my face. Okay, I hope we know what we're doing. The The stepping on the nail was a rubber nail that I could crush, you know, like that. Walking across the bulbs, those were all made of sugar. There's a tarantula crawling up my face, and they were supposed to be a mechanical tarantula. And so we got to the day of shooting, and I said, you know, where's that mechanical tarantula? Because I saw the box with the big hairy one. And they said, yeah, that didn't work out. Didn't look real. So it's the real tarantula? Did you take the poison stinger out of the real tarantula? They said, well, you know, if we took the stinger out, the tarantula would die eventually. And I said, but if you don't take the stinger out, I will die because it's going to be crawling on my face, and I'm supposed to scream, and I don't want to scare. Well, tarantulas can't really hear that well, so you can scream. That's when I let out a scream that I think I copied from Psycho.
I hope you're making this behind the scenes interesting.
Is this making sense so far?
I think what happened with this film is something that doesn't happen often. You have a good story, and then you have a good performance, and then the next layer is you have interesting way of presenting the story, you know, with the photography, with the sets. It was like a layer cake that just got better and better, and then you get one of the best music people in the world to score it.
There was another composer who was originally scheduled to do the picture, and his schedule all of a sudden didn't work out, which is like one of those accidents where, you know, like getting Joe or certain other things, you know, a puzzle piece flips away and a better puzzle piece falls into place, and John Williams came on board.
Sometimes people make associations with composers, for example, in my case, and the budgets of film. They may not ask me to do a film if the budget isn't big, or they may want someone else to do it because it is small. Actually, from my point of view, I've never really cared about that. It's more a visceral thing, the kind of reaction that one has to the material that is irrelevant to the cost of it, really, and the size of it and the scale of the production. So I was delighted to be asked to do the film.
John Williams and I have done 5 or 6 pictures together, and he has truly just taken my films and just given them new life. And he's honestly, I think, the greatest living composer.
The holiday atmosphere, from an orchestral point of view, is always fun to paint. And the other aspect was the comedic aspect of it. And a lot of those comedic sequences that are scored, if the music is a few frames off one way or another, it won't do. It needs to be really sewn to the action in the way that you would with an animated cartoon almost. It's a difficult piece to do, even though I think I had more chuckles and more fun doing it than the great many other films that I've done.
This film had a lot of heart to it as well, particularly the scenes in the church, and he gave it just a big Christmassy feel, which was one of the real things that John Hughes was trying to do, was to deliver a Christmas film. At Christmas you sit and it's always the same films being shown endlessly. It's a Wonderful Life, and, well, you know, more 34th Street, well, he remade that for that very reason. So he had his eye on that market, and John Williams really helped us hit that mark.
Both Chris and I had talked about A Christmas Story, which was kind of a contemporary of this film. It was a favorite of both of us. And both of us wanted to do something that was a little more fine-tuned and a little more classic in the sense of presenting Christmas in a more regal way.
The key for me is to always create films that don't feel dated. A picture like Home Alone still makes an audience laugh as hard as it did when it was first released. And that to me is what we wanted to do way back then. You know, the goal was always, the mantra was always, guys, when we're old and gray and it's 3 a.m. and this pops up on the Late Show, I want to make sure that none of us are embarrassed by it.
It's still funny in the way now, today, that it was back then, and I think it will continue to be. I think it's a classic movie, and I'm very, very proud to be a part of that.
Home Alone is the most special movie I've ever been in, actually. I mean, I love all the movies I've been in, and I'm very proud of them, and I've had great people to work with, but Home Alone has been a calling card throughout the world.
What else did you do while we were away?
Just hung around.
We were just trying to make a good film, as good a film as you can. And making good films is like putting lightning in a bottle. I mean, you assemble the best team you can and then you pray, because you don't know. I mean, that's what makes making films quite an exciting business in all respects.
I think Home Alone is everything. It's certainly a holiday movie. I mean, see it every holiday season. I mean, it's a family movie, and it's wonderful slapstick and a comedy. So I think it probably hit every area, so kids could love it, parents could love it. It was a true family movie where everybody could have a good time at the movie.
And you know, I've done a lot of thinking about what we did right on the film, because I wanted to recreate it in other films, and it's really difficult to do because the film took on its own style. I think by handling the scenes in the right dramatic context and being aware of the scenes that came before and after, the film took on its own flow that worked for the film.
That's it, we're done.
But they got nude beaches.
Is he a grip? I don't know. What is... Buzz was a good kid. I really don't know. Do you know what he's doing?
I dropped out of high school my senior year, and I ran off with old man Marley to join the circus.
Maybe he's just trying to be nice.
No way.
And I did end up in prison, just like everyone thought, for putting a donkey in a bathtub in the state of Iowa. But while I was in jail, finally ended up getting my PhD in marine biology. And I am now the first marine biologist to identify and explain what trout sniffers are in the Mideast Atlantic.
The little trout can use a couple of days in the real world.
So yeah, I've been busy. And now I'm touring as Elvis. Not really as Elvis, just as one of his impersonators. I'm actually an Elvis impersonator. I impersonate Elvis impersonators.
How you kids doing, huh? Good. A lot of action around here today, huh? Where you going away? Vacation? Where you going? Disney World? Disneyland?
Okay, that's $122.50.
Not for me, kid. I don't live here.
Oh, you're just around for the holidays?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Well, you dinks are my witnesses. I was here in 30 minutes or less.
As soon as I get something on that old maniac, I'm calling the FBI and turning his ass in for the reward money. And you, if you don't get out of my room, I'm going to nail you to Marley's front door and ring the doorbell. Go! That microwini is the guts of a butterfly.
Hey, you. Parlez-vous français yet, Squirt, huh?
My name's Kevin.
Your name's Kevin? You know what they're gonna call you in France, don't you, huh?
No.
Yank! Hey, pizza's here, guys!
There you go.
All right.
That's $122.50.
It's my brother's house. He'll take care of it.
Whoa.
Excuse me, miss. Are you Mrs. McCallister?
Yes, I am.
Oh, good.
Oh, but I'm not the Mrs. McCallister who lives here. Frank.
Hi.
Hi.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. You Mr. McCallister?
Yeah.
The Mr. McCallister who lives here?
Yeah.
Oh, good, because somebody owes me $122.50.
Am I under arrest or something?
No, nothing like that. I just want to have a word with you.
Yeah?
You know, it's Christmas time. There's lots of burglaries. So we're just checking the neighborhood, making sure, you know, taking precautions for security, things like that.
There's nothing wrong?
No. I just want to see how you're set up for security, that's all.
Oh, yeah. Well, you mean like automatic timers on the lights, locks on the doors, that sort of stuff? Yeah, we do all that.
Hey, look, I'm really sorry, but could I have my $122.50?
Hmm?
My money?
Gee, my wife's got all the cash. She'll be down in a minute, all right? Did you get some eggnog?
Eggnog?
That's it, right?
No, I didn't get it.
Come on,
Dad, let's eat. Eggnog? Hey, listen, are you gonna... When are you leaving? You know you could get arrested for interrupting people when they're trying to talk, kid?
God, I'm sorry.
You live around here?
Yeah?
Yeah? One of these big homes?
Yeah?
Huh. Maybe we should check your house out, too. It's close by?
Oh, yeah, I could walk you over there, I guess.
Yeah. Wait just a minute. Five families gone on one block alone, and they all told me from their own mouths.
It's almost too easy.
Remember the good old days when people used to stay home for Christmas?
And now it's off to Hawaii or Aspen or Paris.
Whatever happened to sitting around the fireplace with your family?
Roasting chestnuts. Singing Christmas carols.
That's why I hate Christmas, Marv. I hate it. People have become too cynical, too jaded. It's just another sign of the ongoing moral decay of contemporary society. That's all it is. That's all it is.
Yeah. So which house you want to hit first?
Somebody? Anybody? I'm starving! I don't remember the food groups. For the crime of belonging to my rashy brother and allowing yourself to be displayed in this pigsty he calls his room, I sentence you to death by BB wounds and falling all the way down the laundry chute to the basement, where you'll get massive head injuries and die instantly or on arrival.
by now.
Are you sure this is the right
Yeah, right
place?
over here. Come on.
Okay. Great.
Okay,
Good girls.
let's
Now
try the
watch
sign,
for your
Keith.
cousins. Very good. I'll
There you
take
go.
this end.
Let's
You
unfold
take
it.
that end.
Okay, hold it up. Watch for them.
I don't see them yet. Keep looking.
I think.
Wait, who's that?
Hey, look, there they are.
Oh, wave to your cousins, girls.
Look how happy they are to see us.
Hi, Kate. Hi, everybody. Welcome.
Vous avez tout votre temps. Rentrez, parlez-en à votre femme.
C'était mon intention.
Oui, je vais faire établir le contrat. Il sera prêt demain matin.
Très bien, monsieur.
Vous êtes d'accord, Georges?
Je suis d'accord, monsieur Potter.
What are they saying? I don't know. Do you understand French? No.
Parlez à la télépolice. Do you speak English? Parlez anglais. Est-ce qu'il y a une personne qui parle anglais là? No, I don't speak French. Don't speak French.
You get anybody?
I can't get anybody. There's nobody home. Nobody's home for the holidays. They've all gone shopping. Operator?
Attention, attention! Look what I have found in the kitchen!
Frank, those are for later. Frank.
Mes petits enfants, do you want to have a little shrimp, huh? Hey.
Jeez, Buzz. I didn't get one.
Hey, you, punk. Sur le floor.
Megan? What? Megan. This is so pointless.
What?
We're here rotting in this apartment. Kevin's at home. Mom's at the airport.
So?
You don't think it's weird?
No.
You're not at all worried about Kevin.
Why should I be?
He's home alone, you idiot.
So he deserves it. No, he's acted like a jerk once too many times, and this time he caught it in the butt.
But he's so little and... Don't you think he's flipped out?
Sure. He's probably going through stage 10 brain fry down right now. But he asked for it.
You're really cruel.
Look, the little trout can use a couple of days in the real world.
You're not at all worried that something might happen to him.
No. For 3 reasons. A, I'm not that lucky. 2, we have smoke detectors. And D, we live in the most boring street in the United States of America where nothing even remotely dangerous is ever, did ever, or will ever happen. Period.
Where did he go?
I don't know.
What do you mean, where did he go?
I don't know.
How could he just disappear like that?
Look, let's just forget it, okay? Come on, we shouldn't be following a kid anyway. It's like sending an invitation to the cops.
I don't like the way he looked at me.
Come on, Harry, you're just getting an edge on you, man. Now, look, we're doing good. Come on now. Look, it's getting dark, right? Here's what we do. We drop this stuff off. We get something to eat, and then we come back for some more holiday surprises. Huh? Oh, you better watch out. You better not hide. If your doors are open, we're coming inside.
Harry
and Marv
are coming to town. We know when you're out dancing.
We know just what to take.
We know where all the money's hid.
So come on, give us a break.
Oh, you better watch out. You better not hide. If your doors are open, we're coming inside. Harry
and Marv
are coming to town. What did you mean about that I had an edge before?
Huh?
What did you mean that I had an edge?
I didn't say that.
Where'd he go?
I don't know.
Where'd he go?
I don't know.
How could he just disappear like that?
What is the big deal?
I don't like the way that kid looked at me.
Well, we shouldn't be following a kid anyway. It's like sending an invitation to the cops.
He knows something.
So what? He's a kid. I mean, what can a kid do to us?
He knows something.
Look, Harry, why don't we go to another neighborhood? We'll knock off a couple of houses. You'll feel better.
I don't like the way he looked at me, I'm telling you.
This'll make you feel better. Made you decaf.
Better too strong. Just steal something that know how to work.
It's good.
Oh no! I just brushed my teeth with stolen goods. Better wipe off the fingerprints. Here's Johnny. I didn't mean it. If you come back, I'll never be a pain in the butt again. I promise. Good night.
Pushing the cart for Mommy?
Yes, ma'am.
What a good little helper you are. I bet you'll get lots of swell things from Santa tomorrow morning.
You never know. Excuse me, what's the stuff that you put in the washing machine that makes your clothes feel as fluffy soft as a kitten, smells fresh as a springtime breeze?
Fabric softener?
It's for Mommy.
It's in aisle 2.
Thank you. Have a most Merry Christmas.
You too.
Dad?
Lenny, what are you doing up, sweetheart?
Have you heard from Kevin?
No. You want to sit down?
Okay. Where's Mom?
Mom? I think she ran off with some Parisian playboy.
Dad.
No, she just got on a plane to Scranton to go back and get Kevin.
Oh. She won't be here for Christmas. Kevin won't be here for Christmas. It won't even be like Christmas.
Well, we'll just postpone Christmas a day.
I think that's a bad idea.
Well, we don't have much choice, sweetheart.
Well, family shouldn't be apart on Christmas, no matter how mean they are to each other the rest of the year. Us here, them there. It's stupid, Dad.
Christmas isn't about Paris.
Well, what is Christmas about?
Well, Christmas is about families being together.
That a girl.